Welcome back to episode number 6 of the Meat and Potatoes podcast. Our very first guest episode featuring Mr. Dylan Laird. Laird, is it?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
Appreciate you boys having me on. To be fair, didn't expect it at all. I know Phoenix. We were sort of speaking about it, so thank you for having me on, boys. Appreciate it.
Of course.
I think it's good as well because you and Phoenix know each other like quite well.
Yeah, we did that season, didn't we?
Yeah, we did pretty much a full season together, competing.
Yeah. Whereas like me and Callum just kind of know you from Instagram, so
Yeah.
it'd be good to actually get a chat to you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, 100%. Because I didn't even Phoenix. I knew who you boys were beforehand, but didn't really know you properly, sort of thing. So yeah, that was you. Was that your second season, Phoenix? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my second.
Yeah, that was my first thing. So yeah, mad one. It was a mad one, to be fair. Because when I started you could be the same, Callum. Like when I started the season, there's no way in hell I thought I was doing 4 shows. Like,
Yeah, everyone tells me to do more than one. Like I haven't had a single person say, "Oh yeah, just do one." Like I was speaking to Cameron Balmer, and he was saying how like yeah, you have to do two because the first one almost goes by too quickly. So yeah, I'm sure we'll line another one up, but nothing's been overly discussed yet. But
yeah,
again, like I'm 10 weeks out, there's plenty of time to sort it.
yeah, I agree. To be fair, I don't know, boys, if you remember your first time on stage, but it's just like a complete blur. Like it's just like you see
Yeah.
you see like black in front of you. But I didn't see anything else. Like I didn't even see the judges the first time I was on the stage. I literally just looked directly in front of me, and all I see was like black space.
Yeah, just so bright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's shining in your eyes. Yeah, big time.
that's
Yeah,
what a
that
lot of people
PCA
say. It's
Ireland
just
stage is pretty bright. Like it's probably the warmest stage I've been on as well.
which one's
It's
this?
the PCA Ireland stage in
Oh yeah,
Millennium Form. It's really warm and really, really bright. Like I can't name a person whose tan hasn't ran on that stage.
right. Okay.
And then being backstage at the Universe, all the lads were like, "Oh, it's boiling up there," and I felt like it was a fridge because like standing on the Millennium Forum stage compared to in Derby, like that hall is massive, and they had the ACs blasting all day because that's when we got the heat wave. It was like 34 degrees over there,
Yeah,
and then like that whole arena was like a fridge, but like they were all complaining it was warm. Like imagine they stepped on that stage,
I know.
Yeah,
like
they
the
know
billboard
where.
was like it's hot.
Yeah, because that place that they had it in Derby, like the whole that actual place is just fucking massive. It was huge.
The
Like,
Valiant Live.
yeah, it was just so big. It's almost like overkill because I don't know what you thought, Phoenix, but there was so much space. It's like there was a decent level of seats. Like, do you remember to the back as well? There were just so many seats. Like,
Yeah, it was huge. To be fair, once the pro show came on, it was completely sold out. Like all those back seats were also filled up. So the venue was big, but it was needed for the pro show. But whenever it was just the amateurs, people were coming, just before half time for those first three categories. So it wasn't that big. I was one of the first classes on. It was quite empty at that point.
yeah, you were first on, and I think I was like second on. Second.
Yeah, I was walking off stage, and you were pumping up to go on.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I was not ready for that at all because they had like a gym for like the pump up area, and like the gym was like inside the audience. It was so weird. It wasn't backstage. It was like beside the audience. So you were like literally doing like a chest press machine, and someone was watching the show beside you. Like,
Yeah.
it was weird.
And then there was that fella running the PCA account, and he had the camera, and you were just trying to do your pump ups, and the camera was in your face. You're like, oh, fuck.
I know.
Bro, you're literally in an edit. Bro's literally in an edit right now.
I know. Literally, like the guy that was actually we were all waiting to go on stage, and the guy that was doing the interviewing backstage, he was coming up to like each competitor or whatever. He was like, "How you feeling?" or whatever. But I heard him say like he'd competed in my category last year. He's like, "Oh, I won this category," and fucking da 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 da. He was bigging himself up massively. Like, I was like, "Who's this fucking spastic?" He just bombing himself up like.
How did he do? Did he say? Did he win it or something? Or
He won it last year, yeah. So
Okay.
he won his pro card or whatever, but he was just the way he was saying it, man. It was just like you're
Yeah.
so full of yourself, like
Yeah. Yeah. It's like if you were a wee bit more humble about it, I would have been like respect.
yeah,
But bigging yourself up is like, yeah, like cool, mate. I don't care.
I know. 'Cause he
Yeah.
tried to chat to a few of the boys, and no one was taking him on. It's
That's
funny.
funny.
You did classic, yeah.
Yeah, I did classic short. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
What height are you?
5'8". So what is? I don't even know. I remember measuring myself 5'8". Yeah, whatever that is in centimeters.
What is the cutoff for short and tall?
That's a good question. I can't. I remember looking at it, but I can't remember what it is now.
Is it 5'10", 5'11"?
Yeah, I think it might be 5'10". You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think sometimes in PCA though they will literally get like, because everyone's height is there. I think sometimes they just straight up break it up in three if there's like that many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just curious, just because I'm 5'9", so I was just curious what I would maybe end up being in if
Yeah.
that's the route we take.
They do
Well-
mesh you short as fuck as well though.
Yeah, you were saying.
Someone meshed me in like 5'5". Fuck this, don't even want to get beat anymore.
If Mike the badass can be 5'10", I can be 6'.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
5'7".
What category are you doing, Cal?
That's very undecided at the minute because at the start of this prep, my coach Jordan, you competed against him. He was saying like, I don't think you're classic. I think you're open. And then but the last like 2 weeks, my waist has definitely came in like something shocking. I just hold a lot of fat on my hips, and then it's just kind of came off the last couple of weeks here, and I still have 11 weeks to go. So I'm just kind of like, what am I gonna look like, then?
Yeah.
But it really went from just me looking like a bit of a fridge to having a V taper. So I don't know. I don't know what choice is going to be made, but I don't know. He thinks I have more muscle mass than most first timers will have, so I probably do better in open. But hard to say. I'm easy going. I'll trust his judgment and do whatever he decides.
Yeah. To be fair, man, I don't have the smallest waist either. But I was doing vacuums the whole way through the prep, like every morning. They do make a difference, like.
Oh yeah, I lean over the sink. I literally posted a video today about vacuums. I literally just like lean over the sink and do like 5 sets of like as long as I can hold them.
Yeah.
And it makes such a difference. It really does. Even if you do it for a few days, you're like, oh, I can pull this way tighter, like already. It didn't take long for it to be like, oh, like I am noticing, like the practice is paying off. And then I need to practice pose, and I need to sign back up with Butcher at some point very soon.
So run us through your season then, Dylan. How did it was your first season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So how did that even just compete and come about, and then kind of run us through the shows there and that process?
That's a good question, man. So if I look back, like I've been training since I was like 17, 18. My brother did bodybuilding, so he got me into it basically. So he competed back in the day in like 2013 was like one of his first shows in NABA, because NABA was the only federation really back then. So I'm originally from Donegal, so like that's where I grew up training, that's where I grew up and stuff. So got into training through him, and then I've just been training on and off, and then I really started taking it serious, like proper serious, when I finished uni in like 2021, I believe. So started taking it proper serious there, and I've always had the itch to do shows, because when I went to my brother's first show at NABA in the Ulster Hall, and I was like 13 at the time, and I remember walking into there and I was seeing these guys tanned up, jacked, and I was like, this is unbelievable. Like I was like, I want to be one of these guys. Like, so I've always had the itch to do it. And in 2022 I was gonna do one, and then I decided not to. And then I know, Callum, you said you were in Australia there. I lived in Australia for a year. So that sort of put things back. And then I sort of just made the call towards the back end of last year. I was like, nah, I just want to do it now this year coming. So that was that. So we started prep at the end of December, running through to the first timers. So I was just like, right, it just makes sense for me to do a first timer show because I've never competed before. Because I knew fine rightly, I'm definitely I don't have loads of muscle. Like I'm not one of these guys just densely muscle that like, has them genetics. I just don't have them genetics. So just I know I need more time to build more muscle. So it just makes sense for me to do the first timer show. So I don't, it's the same as you, Calvin. Like I only plan to do one show. Just
That's not what happens.
yeah, I know, man. I know. It's like one show, and then the missus, she's competed before, so she competed like 2 years ago, and I was there for her show, and then she see me. I was like prepping or whatever, and she hadn't decided she was going to prep. She sort of decided then like February, March time. So I was aiming to do the first show, so that was the first timers one. And I sort of liked classic, and then obviously Wardy was coaching me, and yeah, that took me up to the first show, and that was that basically. That was really that.
How did that feel? The first show, you got your sword at that show, didn't you?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did that whole thing feel like? Because everyone imagines going to the first show, taking the overall, feeling like the fucking man. So is that how it felt?
Yeah, man, fucking hell. Still, to be honest, man, it still hasn't properly sank in because I've just seasons preps over, and it's like what 5 weeks ago now since the last show. I've just been so busy. I haven't really had time to like settle down and think, or what. We haven't went on a holiday or anything, so actually haven't had time to just sit there and just chill. Um, but yeah, man, like it's I'm if you get to know me, like I'm definitely a person who has a lot of self doubt. Something I struggle with massively. I don't have any confidence in myself. So going through that prep, like it was more of when I started it, I was like, right, I know I can do this physically. I just knew I could do it physically, but could I do it mentally? Because I know so many people that's competed, and I know how tough it is on people mentally. So that's what I had to kind of prove to myself. So going through the prep and the process of prep, I just started to build up confidence within myself that I never had before. So I was buzzing with that. To me before I'd even stepped on stage. I think I've said this to you, Phoenix, before, but to me I had won before I'd even stepped on stage because I was like, I've actually done this. To even complete a prep, I was like, I've actually fucking done this. Like, so then when I went, it's funny because I didn't know who was in my category for the classic short one, and then I seen Jordan Rainey was in it, and I seen him backstage pumping up and shit, and I was like, this guy has me here. Like, I was like, this guy is hammering me because he was like, because I knew I don't have enough mass in my glutes, like, so I was like, my glutes aren't peeled because there's not enough muscle there. But when I seen him backstage, I was like, he has glutes and they are peeled, and I was like, I'm fucked here. I am fucked. So went on stage, and honestly, see when they called out, it was just between me and him, like, and when they called me out first, I burst into tears. I started crying. I couldn't stop crying. Like, literally could not stop crying. And that was just for the class win. So then when I won the overall, I was like, what the actual fuck is going on here? Like, I was like, couldn't fucking believe it, man. Genuinely, I started crying at that too. Just crying the whole day, basically.
The overalls. See, whenever the lights go off on that overall, it does feel like you're in a fucking movie or something.
I
Like
know.
it's just like the most surreal feeling ever.
Yeah, I know, man. It was so weird. Like, cause the guy that was basically was between me and another guy in the overall. I don't know, Phoenix. Were you at that show, Phoenix? No.
The first timers. I
Yeah,
was there watching it. Yeah.
yeah. You were there. So the guy that was in the middle with me, he must have been like 30 or 40, and he was so densely muscled. So again, I thought he was taking it all day, every day. But when we called out my number, I was like, yeah, as you said, it was like, it was again, when I try and think back now, it's just a complete blur. I don't remember anything. I remember walking forward and like doing this, but that was it. After that, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Uh,
Is the guy you're saying who was far bigger than you? Was he a first timer as well?
Yeah, yeah,
the whole
Yeah.
first timer show, like the one.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, you did just a full first timer show. Okay, so everyone was a first timer,
yeah,
right?
so he was first timers like medium bodybuilding, if I'm correct in saying that. I don't know. But yeah, he was like 40 and he had so much mass on him and he was peeled as well.
Yeah.
I know.
Is it? Oh, is this in the overall?
Yeah, it was in the overall. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I know. I was chatting to James Melville that day after I won because it was weird, man. I was like, obviously, I won the overall. Um, I was holding the sword and all. Everyone was coming up taking pictures, and I seen James at the bottom of the stage. I was like, I need to go chat to him, see what I can do better. I wasn't even taking it in. I just ran straight over to James. I was like, James, can I chat to you for a second? What can I do better? And or what worked in my favor there or whatever. So I sort of asked him, and he sort of said like, even though that guy had more mass, he was peeled. He was more peeled in certain areas. He was like, you were the best fit for your class. The criteria in terms of what classic should be. You're a better fit than he was to medium bodybuilding, for example. So he was like, that's why you basically taken it. And he just gave me feedback in terms of improvements. And
Yeah, I think a lot of people get the kind of overall confused because it's like, well, that guy's way bigger, but people forget it is who fits their class the best. Sometimes that's why, you know, a junior bodybuilder can like take the overall, and they're obviously not the biggest person on the stage, but they're just like an elite junior bodybuilder.
yeah,
But in like most competitions, it should be that like the super heavy should take it. But again, like you say, like if you are on for your class, you'll get rewarded for it.
literally that, man. Literally that. Because what was I going to say? It's because you, especially as a first timer, I don't know if any of you experience this, but you always think you're never big enough. You always have this conversation. I'm not big enough. So what's the point? And honestly, man. That's why I didn't compete so many times because like I'm not going to be big enough. I'm not going to be big enough. And I've watched I've honestly been to like over 20 plus shows now at this stage. And then what I started seeing, even in the pro ranks, I was like, that guy's not the biggest, but he's the best shape, he's the best structure, he's the best condition. So, and he was winning. So I'm like, maybe you just don't have to be the biggest. Do you know what I mean? So that was my mentality going into the shows. Like, right, I know I'm not going to be the biggest, but let's just play to my strengths and let's see what I can do.
I do think as well, like you can't see yourself in the third person, almost like what you were saying there. I remember being backstage, looking at all the people I was going to be against, and going like, "Holy fuck, these guys are way bigger than me! Like I'm legit going to come last."
Yeah, big time. And do you know what, man? You can get in your head too, like, because that big time. Because see if you see other people in the category, and you're like, oh my god, like this guy's unreal. He is better at this. And you can get in your head easy, very very easy.
I think you just have to remember they're looking at you thinking the exact same thing. Like, oh fuck, look at this guy's shape, like this guy's legs or whatever. Like everyone's in the same boat, especially at first timers class.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Because yeah, you obviously you're not thinking that at the time, but like in retrospect, you're like, yeah, no, that makes total sense. Like,
Yeah, it is good, and it's such a strange feeling when you come off the stage for the first time. It may be a bit different for you because you knew you were coming back on for the overall, but I remember like I'd been prepping for like 20 weeks. First, I was the first person on stage of the day, first category, came second in the class, and it was like, yeah, your day's over now. And it was like
Yeah.
10 o'clock in the morning, and I was just like, what the fuck has just happened? Like, it was crazy.
yeah,
Same exact thing happened to
I
me.
remember walking up the stage and walking in the back, and like Caleb was just like sat there, like waiting to go on stage for his class. It was the maddest feeling ever.
yeah. No, I agree, man. It's like that time on stage just goes so quickly. It goes so quick because you spend so long thinking about it, what it's going to be, and how it's going to look, and what it's going to feel like, and all these different things. And all of a sudden, then it's just done. And the thing is too is like because you're so locked in to actually doing the poses on stage and hitting them right, and breathing properly, and doing all these things. You don't even take it in. You're just so. I was so focused. Like it
Yeah.
was because the first show I was that focused that I didn't. It was a complete blur. But the last show that we did, Phoenix, the Universe, like I remember so much about that because it got to the stage where I wasn't hyper focused. I was just like, I know what I need to do because I'd done it three
Yeah.
times before. So I was like, right, just go on and enjoy it and actually look at the audience and see who's there, see who's standing where, da da da. So I took the Universe in way more than I did the first ever show. Like,
what? So you done that first timers, and then what was the next one? The BPA, was it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we did the BPA show. So the only reason I did that, to be fair, so I was coming on to that. So the only reason I did that was because Rebecca was obviously she was in prep at this point, and she was like, well, I just do this one as like a prep. This is like a I don't know pre because her main show was going to be the PCA Open. So she was like, well, I just do this as a warm up show, and then I was like, well, I might just do it. Fuck it, I'll just do it as well. So we both jumped into it. And actually, Phoenix, you did obviously the junior, and then
Yes.
Phoenix was in my class as well. So we were both in the same class. So that was fun too, to be fair, but because I never spoke to you before, and never really spoke to you in person before, and then I spoke. Was it before we were going on stage? It was the first time we ever spoke to each other.
We were lined up together backstage, and you were just in front of me, and I was like, "Oh fuck, you have me, fair play." And then you said to me, "No, you have me." And then we walked out, and then yeah, you had me. Fuck.
No, that was a cool experience though, man. Fuck me. I remember that now. It was a quite a cool experience, to be fair. Because you did two categories that day, didn't you? That was quite cool that you could do that.
The junior bodybuilding and then the classic. It's because I had nobody in the junior bodybuilding. I was like, I actually want to go up against somebody.
Yeah.
And then Wardy coaches Neil, and then he told him that you're competing. I was like, oh, at least I get someone to line up beside, get absolutely hammered, but get to stand in a class against somebody else.
Yeah. I would say hammered, you know, fuck me. It's definitely a lot tighter than that. But yeah, no, I do agree with you. Like I think standing on stage beside someone, it's a different feeling than standing by yourself for sure. You know, if you're just standing there and they're doing the mandatories and stuff, it just feels weird. Like, whereas if you are standing beside someone, you actually feel like you're in a show, sort of. Like the universe was like what 15 people on stage in my category. It was just one stage, or one end of the stage to the other end of the stage was just people. It was madness, madness. Yeah. So that was the BPA one. So yeah, obviously won the category there, and then won the best poser award, which again I didn't expect that, to be fair. And then the missus, she won the overall in her category, so that was a good day, to be fair.
Yeah.
What did you?
That's unreal.
Yeah. What
You
did
done it because Rebecca was doing it. I done it because the trophies look cool.
Yeah, the trophies are sick, actually. Yeah.
I think AJ, you were saying about doing it next year because the trophies are cool.
Yeah, it's so much cooler than like the PCA stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's something like that you'd like look back on if you make it to like 50 years old and just be like, oh, like that is an actual bodybuilding trophy sort of thing.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree, man. Like, do you know what they remind me of? Because as I was saying to you, my brothers competed in like NABA and like RIBBF down the country and stuff. And them trophies that they've got for that is like them trophies that we got. Like all them trophies are like similar to that, and they're just cool as fuck. Like, whereas obviously the PCA ones are just like PCA.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to come fourth place in NABA.
Yeah. What do you get?
That's a class trophy. I'm actually glad I got fourth. I've always wanted a trophy like that. So
That is
Yeah.
pretty cool, to be fair.
we'll take it. Whoa. That was a good day. That was my warm-up show. I was not ready at all. I think I prepped for
No, I know you jumped into that very last minute.
what 4.5 weeks of prep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember seeing your stories and shit, and I was like, yeah, I think it was Neil that was putting it up, and he was like turbo prep. I was like, this guy was literally in off season last week.
He was like, you were just kind of cutting, and then did you not just kind of? I like spoke to you a few times, and you just kept kind of being like, I think Neil's trying to put me into a shoe. You were
Yeah,
like,
literally, we
what's
planned to compete September time, but then I was meant to be going away, and I thought that's not happening until next year.
Yeah.
So then it was a case of, oh shit, you're going away. You can't compete this year. Let's diet you down to see if you would be ready in time. And then he just dropped the hammer for the last 6 weeks, and then that was us on stage.
That's mad. Because the thing is, man, it's like you were peeled as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was actually better conditioning this year with a 6-week prep than I was last year with the 20-week prep.
It's
Sometimes it'd be like
Sometimes.
this stretch can almost make it a wee bit worse. Do you think? Because because you're dragging it out almost a wee bit too much to the point where you're losing a wee bit too much muscle, or you're putting a wee bit too much more stress on your body than what you would.
I don't even think it's the lose. I think it's genuinely getting bored of like just dieting for that long.
Yeah, harder to be adherent to it.
You'd rather push
Yeah.
just for like a shorter period and be like, right, I'm
Yeah,
locking in for this, if you know what I mean, as opposed to,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to diet here for 6 months.
yeah.
Literally, it was last year. I was 14 weeks in, and then Neil said, "That's you ready? We'll just hold for 6 weeks." And I was like, "Shit." So it was like, "Can I do this show?" No, you've applied for a first timer show. If you do that, you can't do PCA Ireland first timers. So I couldn't do Manchester. I couldn't do a few other ones. And I was like, I just need to hold out for 6 weeks now. And it was just dire. And then it was like, my water weight will fluctuate quite a lot, dangerously, to the point where I woke up a stone heavier, like 5 days out from the first timer show, because we were trying to manage that for so long. So we know next time for our prep it will be shorter. We can do a 12 to 14 week prep and hold it for 2-3 weeks rather than having to hold it for 6.
Yeah.
Dylan, how did you
Oh.
find the in between shows?
Say it again.
How did you find the in between the shows?
Yeah, that was an interesting one now. So was it? So obviously off the back of like doing well in the first show, the buzz of that is just like an outer body experience. So I didn't come back down to normality until like Wednesday, but when I did, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, oh, fuck. Obviously, I didn't never experience like post show. It was like post show bruise, and I remember chatting to Morty about it. He was like, "This is what you're going through is completely normal, and no one really talks to you about it, but it is normal because you're on such a high on that day that you just come back to normality after that, and it just hit me on like the Wednesday, and then from Wednesday, so that week after the first show, which is the first timers, was that there's that just a normal week, but then the week after that was the peak week then for BPA, so there was like a week gap. That was the toughest part. That week from like Wednesday until Sunday, them days were grim. They were fucking grim.
That's what I found. It was like, so I had one show where it was like peak week and another peak week, but see that one, like you say, with the week in between, because it's like you've just peaked for a week, so it's like kind of cool, you're changing stuff, you're a bit fuller, and then it's like, right, we need to go baseline here for a week, and you have that like post show sort of blues hitting you of like, do you even like bodybuilding anymore?
Yeah,
And you're starving yourself, and you're like, holy shit, like that's what I remember it being like the hardest bit.
yeah, 100%. Because like when you're going from peak week to peak week, it's sweet. Like because you're buzzing, you're like, oh, peak week again.
Yeah. And they're
When
like,
you dig them for 2 days and then I get fit again. It's
Yeah.
not having
Yeah.
to dig for another week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. So that was the hard part. And then when it went to peak week was sweet. That was no issues. But then by the time the fourth one came, I was like, right, I know this is my last one. Like I got to that stage where I was like, right, I could, if even if there was another show to do, which I don't think there was, to be honest, but even if no, there was the muscle contest.
Muscle contest.
Yeah, I could have done that, but I was like, nah, 4 is enough. Like that was my cut-off point. I can't do any more than that.
And the price of it all.
Yeah, that was spenny. Like that was like, seriously expensive.
the two rose ones are no joke. It's like $250 a class or something,
Yeah.
and the registration's like a couple hundred.
Is that because you can like win an IFBB Pro card at them though?
Yeah, but
Like they're like a higher up federation.
yeah, but it's not apparently not even like as well ran as PCA or anything.
Yeah,
It's just like
Oh yeah.
no
Okay.
charge that much, so they take the piss.
Ah,
why
that's annoying.
kind of like shitter people win like at some NPC shows, and it's genuinely because other people don't enter them because they're so expensive, and they know they don't really have a chance of turning pro.
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's
obviously
annoying.
the goal would be to do like a 2 row show or something. But again, so much more muscle to put on before I even get thinking about that. Like,
Mia brought my spinning. Hi.
hey,
Steve.
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, to do that, I feel like you'd have to be like big, like like doing your first timers. You're like talking about like, oh, I'm not big enough yet, like, and then that's almost like the next level where it's like, right, I actually would need to be big enough, otherwise it's a waste of time.
Yeah, it's just a waste of money. Like, It's just a waste of money because you don't even get like one of the cool things, and it's
Yeah.
why I kept saying to you about doing a show in England is when you do them shows in England, mate, they're on it with the fucking reels, they're social media everywhere. Whereas like MMPC shows, you get charged a fortune. If you're not going pro, like it doesn't really even matter, and then like there's no coverage of it either.
Yeah, juniors don't even get the step in the overall.
Yeah,
They don't have a chance to do. That's why I didn't bother. But then also at the same time, the next time I compete, I'll still be a junior just before the cutoff. I'll probably take another full year out and then compete in the following year. So like, that'll bring me up to 2030. Like ages away before I even step in PC.
Yeah, there's so much time to do everything. Like, I had someone speaking to me about like how they wanted to jump on gear and all, and I was like, they're like 18, and I was like, mate, like you don't hit your peak in bodybuilding until you're like in your 30s. Like you have almost as much time as you've been alive to like get there. Don't rush it. Don't worry.
That's true. That is true.
that's just because on social media you see like
Well, is it? Yeah,
18-year-olds winning it and like living your dream life. So people are like, "Fuck it!" Like,
I know, but like they don't realize like they also have like top tier genetics as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like you're not. They almost looked enhanced before they jumped on.
yeah, 100%.
You don't like it's.
Yeah,
It's a weird.
That's what I find is like, especially young ones. Like I always see at the gym now, is like you can almost tell when the young ones are actually on gear, but it's like
Oh yeah.
you can just tell like, but
There was a guy. I literally said this to Charlie when we were in the gym training the other day, and there was a guy and he was wearing like a white stringer, and he just looked like really vascular, but like without any mass.
it's
And I was just
the
like,
biggest giveaway.
and I was just like, this dude just looks like he's been at the gym like a year and started to blast gear. Like that was like the kind of the look. This is skin and all. It just had that look to it where you're like, yeah,
I always just think it's like someone they've no muscle, but their side delt is just really full. And
Yeah.
like,
that what
The
what he
traps are
did.
like twice the size of their neck.
yeah.
and they're sweating balls too. They do one set and they're dripping in sweat. Like, and it's like
Here,
It was
I'm sweating
it
before
was
we go
hot in the gym that day. So I'd tell.
-4 outside and he's dripping. He's dripping in sweat.
So how have you been finding the post show then? You said you're 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's 5 weeks or so. Yeah. Yeah.
How much weight are you up from stage?
Well, so I was like 70. Was I 76 at the last show? So I'm what
Mhm.
10 kilo up or so. 10 70 kilo.
And in 5 weeks.
Yeah, because I was me and Worry sort of spoke about it. We were sort of like, I was as lean as I could have got without ruining the physique. So it's like,
Yeah.
that was with drying out. So when we dried out hard with my physique. So the way we ran our peak was, I was loading water. So I was like drinking so much water during prep. I was drinking like 8 liters a day, easy.
Yeah.
I was just smashing water.
It happens. Like,
And
I'm hitting like 7 at the minute, like on average. Like it's
it's pissy.
the heat helps. To be fair, it's warm at the minute.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pissy.
pint water.
So then during peak week, we were just keeping a baseline for the first few days, and then we'd load hard in terms of water. So we do like 10 liters, which was easy again. But on the day before the show, we would put 10 liters of water in up until 12 p.m. and then I wouldn't have any water until I'm off stage.
That's what you done, AJ, wasn't it?
no, mine was slightly different. So I had have all my. So I had all my on the day before. I had all my water in by, like 12 in the morning, and I had double my caffeine intake by
Yeah,
like 12 in the morning,
yeah,
and then just if I needed to, anytime I took a piss, I had to take some vitamin C, and just ran that until the next day, and like, mate, your skin goes all weird and everything. Like
yeah.
you just feel like flipping SpongeBob.
I done something very similar. After every show, I was drier and drier. I actually feel like my skin was sunburnt and was peeling
Yeah.
because all the vitamin C sucked every ounce of fluid out of my body. Literally, my back was like red raw and peeling, like it was sunburnt, but it was just from drying out.
That's mad.
Holy fuck.
Because
That's
I
grim.
think we dropped like, because we did that water load process, and I was so dry. Like I was trying to pin fucking peak max, and it was like fucking trying to swallow sandpaper. Like he was, I can't swallow these Big Macs. Like he had no water, and he was like, so we pulled hard. We dropped like 3 or 4 kilo overnight, like just from water,
Fuck.
just from drying out. It's mad.
What do you find Wardy like as a coach? Because I don't know anything about him except the fact that like he's the top guy and seems to get like everyone on stage looking pretty nails. So like, how do you find working with him?
Yeah, good man, good. He definitely comes alive, and he comes into his own, especially within like say the last like 6 weeks of prep. Because he's obviously keeping a closer eye on things, but then obviously this was my first season, first shows, etc. So I have nothing really to compare it to. But from my experience, anyways, like he was on his ship. You know, if we needed to change anything or if anything was going wrong, he was there. Do you know what I mean? There was never any moments where he wasn't there, and I was like left to my own devices, sort of thing. So it was good in that sense, and I just let him take the reins, like because again I hadn't done this before, so I was just like, whatever you tell me, I'm just going to do. That was simple as that. Which, to be fair, as a coach, obviously when you're coaching someone and they're like a blank canvas, it's probably better that way because it's almost like if someone comes with all these ideas and different methods and all, like sometimes it can go against you because you'll end up overthinking about right. Well, I'm doing this method, but I could be doing this and I could be doing this.
Yeah, I've heard like on podcasts, coaches talking about how it genuinely is easier to peak like from like kind of first timers or newer athletes than some of these pros just because they will not listen to you because they've maybe done some way in the past and it's like right we're trying to get a different look than in the past because we're trying to improve and they just
He
kind
was
of
just stringing me out, so I gave myself a refeed.
yeah literally just stuff like that. Or,
Do you know what I was chatting to Cal Pro Coach Cal Rice Street about this because he's one of my mentors for coaching and stuff. He was saying that depending on the ethnicity of the client, he peaks them differently because of their genetics handle different peaks, which was fucking mental to hear. So he was like, he had this one.
That's racist to say that.
Well, he said it, not me. I'm just repeating.
like some like coaches will use different compounds based off of ethnicity because like usually kind of for like black people have like thicker skin.
Yeah.
You need to run like more kind of drying agents and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially at the glute folds, they're like you can see people who aren't specialized in that ethnicity. They usually have that little watery, like skin folds, and then usually you see people who are I'm an all black coach, and then they come in absolutely shredded.
Yeah. So, he said to me, he was like the Middle East guys. He had this guy called, what was his name?
Is it the guy who blew up?
No. This guy's a men's physique guy, but I think he won his pro card. I think his name
That actually wasn't. I just deep that there. You just said Middle Eastern guy, and I said blew up. That was
yeah.
unrelated.
I didn't even got that on, actually. That's brilliant. You definitely planned. You were practicing that all day.
I just said it, and then I thought, fuck it.
Too late. But yeah, he was saying to me that this guy, so he's done so many shows or whatever, he was trying to peak him. And this guy was telling him, no, you need to peak me this way, you need to peak me this way. And Cal didn't peak him for this first show, like the way he was telling him to. He just did his own methods. And he did. Obviously, he peaked good, but he was like, he could have been better. And then I think it was something ridiculous. He was like, I need to eat like a KFC before I go on stage or something, right? And Cal was like, there's no way we're doing that. Like, but he said that right for the second show. Fuck it, I'm just gonna listen to him. And he says he went on and he looked the best he ever looked because he had a KFC before he went on stage. He was like, this guy just knows what he's doing here.
Yeah, it's like something to do with. Like I've heard people talking about it, it's like because they have that in their mind of like this will bring me the best look. It just takes all the stress out of them.
Yeah.
So even though you're like actually giving them like a better peak, because they're stressed out about it being like this new protocol, like doesn't really work on them.
Yeah, I would say that's a large part of it. Like probably a placebo effect or something. Like yeah, agreed.
It's crazy though. You could do with a wee KFC peak, Colin.
We don't need to talk about my KFC indulging in KFC buckets. I don't know if you've seen the photo, Dylan.
I haven't seen it. You're gonna have to see.
No, it's not great.
Gonna be the cover of the podcast episode on Spotify.
No, thanks.
Yeah, the original for it.
A wee bit of different meat and potatoes. Not quite.
Me and the missus was chatting about this. It's like we were walking past KFC one day and we were like, "Who even goes to KFC anymore?" Like,
Yeah, it's like I would never pick the other.
Cal,
No,
See,
I
to be
wouldn't.
fair, after they changed their fries seasoning, I would pick their fries over McDonald's fries if I had to get like a burger and fries.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I wouldn't
I
even
wouldn't be
use the same
touching
seasoning.
a chicken burger from there.
I haven't been in.
But like
Yeah, I don't know.
KFC's like it's alright.
Yeah.
Like when you said you lived in Oz, Dylan. See when you were in Oz, did they hype up KFC? Do you?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Bro, they're like Aussies are like, oh KFC here, it's just better.
Yeah.
And then I went and had a KFC and was like, this tastes exactly the same. So I'm like, this isn't any better.
100%.
But they were getting on as if they had like magic chicken or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening? But
No,
nah.
I agree, man. Like it's the. Do you know what? The only time I've had KFC, I was like, this is actually decent. Was in Spain. I think Spanish
Right.
KFC is quite nice. I don't know why.
It hits. I don't know. But
Weird one, like.
it wouldn't be my go-to. Like
Would be
I think
my-
we should eat Five Guys over most things.
Yeah.
Not bad true. Not bad true.
Or Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, if it's
Love
chicken
Chick-fil-A.
place,
I haven't
you
had
have those.
Chick-fil-A to be fair since it came here.
I love it, right? But a lot of people say they don't like it. But I think it's pretty peak. Like as far as like a chicken burger, like a fast food chicken burger.
I think
It's
I
up there.
like it because Callum fully convinced me to go with him one time, and it tastes healthier.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't.
That's why I like
taste
it.
as greasy of a like burger. Like
No.
I really liked it when we went, but I think like if you're a normal person who just loves like greasy food,
yeah. If you love a KFC and McDonald's and all, yeah, I don't like it. Makes me feel. I don't feel gross after eating a Chick-fil-A.
yeah,
It's like, and you bite into it and you're like, oh, it's actually like a bit of chicken.
Yeah.
It's not, you know,
Yeah.
it tastes fresh.
Me and the missus went to Popeyes, and that we thought the same thing about Popeyes. I thought that was actually quite like
Yeah.
you said that you're biting into an actual chicken breast. Do you know what I mean?
I thought the complete opposite.
I
The
don't
first time I
think-
went to Popeyes was in Liverpool during uni, and I bit into it, and the grease dripped down my chin, and I threw that out. And I was like, absolutely not. And it was like 12 quid for a burger. I was like, fuck's sake.
When did
So
you
never
when
went
did you
back.
go? Did you go to the one at Forsyth, Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go when it had like just kind of opened?
No, we went off obviously after prep.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. So,
I went kind of like when it had just opened, and then I thought it was like a less greasy KFC, but it wasn't. It wasn't as flavorful.
Yeah.
But I just kind of assumed that it's like, oh, it's probably because like all the cookers and all new. Like maybe that's why it's not as greasy.
Yeah.
But
But to be fair, I've nothing to compare it to. I can't compare it to Chick-fil-A, so Chick-fil-A could be better. So I'll have to put that on the to-do list. Like,
Phoenix. Did you
Chick-fil-A
ever
is
have,
taken.
when you lived in Liverpool, a place called Archie's?
Or cheese, is that like the chippy / kebab?
It's like pink, like food place.
Yeah, it's across from that church with like the 1,000 steps.
Yeah, I think there is one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the chicken burgers there. There.
they're unbelievable. They're really good.
Yeah, you get like a. I remember when I was over there, it was over lockdown, so they did like buy one get one free.
I love my
Of course you did.
halal chicken.
Two Cheeto burgers. Fucking
I was watching I don't know, do you boys watch Bro Chat now?
the
Oh
odd,
yeah, Fuyad and all.
Yeah, food, no.
Yeah, I love watching. Yeah, I love watching Brew Chat.
Yeah. He was there was a question came in the last day and it was like if you had to pick an item off the McDonald's menu to like be you as the person, like what would you be? Does that make sense?
What was the question? If you had to pick a McDonald's item,
To represent you as a person.
oh, you as a person, what's your McDonald's order? Just call me the Big Mac. I don't know what you're like. That's
Oreo
the Big Mac's pretty good. Like Big Mac sauce is powerful. I you know.
I'd probably
Yeah.
pick like I was for the chicken wrap. That's it.
Yeah. Boring.
AJ would be the Caesar wrap.
you don't look like you're picking the grilled chicken right now, AJ. Not gonna lie.
In Corey McFlurry.
That's what I was. I was gonna say, if I had to pick one item to represent me, it would probably be a Biscoff fucking McFlurry. Like.
Oh, take it.
That's what I think. I don't know why. I just think I'm small, I'm white, and I like a bit of brown stuff too. So I like my tan. Like.
Fair enough.
I've never had a Biscoff McFlurry to be fair, but it sounds powerful. McFlurries are so good. That like soft serve ice cream. It's actually so powerful. It's actually it might be years since I've had one.
That's
Did you get many questions?
I got
Yes, they're all on my phone though, and I'm using my phone to record today.
Yeah. What are yours, AJ? What are your questions?
Never pulls up the questions. I only got 2 questions, so
I got one.
quite good because usually my questions are a bit fucking ropey on Instagram. So one of them is, what is the importance of your circle and support system in a prep?
No.
I think it's like probably the most important thing, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
Like I
huge.
couldn't imagine prepping somewhere where like say my family were completely unsupported of bodybuilding. I think it would make it like 10 times harder. Or like say like your girlfriend or wife or whatever wasn't into it, like they were like completely against it.
Oh,
I think that would make just you'd hate the whole process. Like
it'd be awful. Like I'll not name him out, but like he'll be in the gym and he's prepping, and his missus will be like, "When are you home? How long are you gonna be?" And all like hassling to come back, and I'm like, I couldn't. Like I would be torture.
You're not allowed to do another prep after this one. This is the only one you get.
Yeah, like stuff like that. You know, bro, that'd be it kill me. I'm very, very lucky to have Charlie. Charlie like does all my meal prep. I'm blessed.
how did you find prepping with your girlfriend prepping as well though?
Yeah, it's a good question, man. I just following up, Gal, like definitely lucky to have fucking Rebecca doing it and like in it as well. Because we didn't know, man, what like, if there was going to be shit. Because everyone always said, "Oh, you don't want to be prepping with your missus. There's going to be fucking arguments." Da, da, da. But actually, it wasn't like that at all. Because I think the reason it wasn't like that was because we didn't have the fucking energy to argue. Do you know what I mean? You're the two. It's not like, say, for example, one of you is just in prep, but the other one's just feeling normal, there's loads of energy and stuff. I feel like that's where it could lead to arguments. But because we were both so zonked, we didn't have any energy to argue. So if someone did something wrong or someone did something that fucked you off, I had no emotions anyway. So I didn't care. I was just like, yeah, it's alright. It just doesn't bother me. Because actually, it was easy, man, in that sense, because we were both in it together. There was no talk, like say, there was no one wanting to get a free meal or a meal out, or we both accepted it for what it was, and we didn't think it wasn't going to last forever, and sort of supported each other through that. Like, so we actually enjoyed it, to be honest.
Sick.
Yeah. There's nothing where I like. Charlie gets an off plan once a week, and she wanted to go to this like wee coffee like bakery place. And we went, and I just like had to watch her eat this like massive cinnamon bun. And I was like cinnamon roll, and I was like, bro, like that looks so good. I was like, watch her eat it. And I was like, wow, this is torture.
Torture, right? That is torture.
I was like, bro, the Biscoff ones and all. I was like, mate.
Yeah, I'd have to
carry
on premises. Like, I'd have to go be like, right, I'll leave you for 10 minutes here. I'm gonna get some steps.
I started taking photos of her just to like guilt trip her and just be like, look at what you're doing right now.
That's hilarious.
But nah, it's an interesting dynamic. What about you, Phoenix? Mia's still cutting, isn't she?
Yeah, this is her final week. It was funny that you were saying about like off-plan meals and stuff. Neil dropped her calories to 1,200 flat, so it was 1,400 training day, 1,200 non-training day, and he was like, the final push will be super responsive coming out of this. You're competing first timers April, so that'll give us plenty of time to push up mid-December and then start your prep. But then he was like, we're not going to be super aggressive with the calorie bump for this rebound. But I know you will go off plan anyway. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but she is so anal when it comes to eating. Like Dylan Sure was saying to you, we went out for post-show food. and like she was skeptical about getting a burger to celebrate with me, but like I convinced her just enough that she enjoyed a burger with me because she was like 4 weeks or yeah, it was like 4 weeks into her tidy up phase. It's not like she couldn't have had a burger to celebrate with me. Even Neil was saying, have something with you, you know, like. So for my birthday there, just on Wednesday, we went out, had a steak. She was gonna take out every single meal besides pre and post workout, and her pre workout was gonna be a banana, and post workout was gonna be just enough to bring her up to 1,400 calories. Neil said, "Nah, just take out, you know."
Yeah, that's
chicken
more. That's
breast
almost
meal
more
and that."
damaging.
Yeah, exactly. So
It was more.
she
It was more than. It was more than just steak, though, wasn't it, Phoenix?
for
There was a
me.
few. There was a few glasses of something involved.
Yes, I had a few glasses of wine. It was lovely, actually. It was lovely.
He's
He was
Yeah,
getting.
we were like, oh, £9 for a glass or 20 for a bottle, right?
Yeah.
Bottle. You know, £18 for one of us, like each of us to have a glass, or just bring it home with us. But we ended up finishing it before we got home because the waiter kept coming over and was like, top up, top up. We're like, no. But he wanted us to buy another one. But
just fucking hand me the bottle, would you, for fuck's sake?
yeah, but with me, I'm not worried about going out and off-plan meals. And say I have a long day at work. Some days I work 11 until 6. Recently with this pec, I've been having to take public transport because I'm not actually legally allowed to drive until 2 weeks after that happened. So I get home, I have to wait like an hour on the train. That train's an hour, it's half an hour walk home. I get home, but just before 10 o'clock. And then she's got like 4 kilos of chicken cooked off for me, 2 kilos of rice, a kilo of mince, and it's just all sitting in the fridge for me to prep out. Like she's just all throughout prep, she was like that. And always cooked my meals, always got up together, bucket and
Are you
down.
working? Are you working tomorrow?
Yes, AJ's in at 5.
Is it 5? What are you doing?
What do you
Are you working tomorrow, though, Phoenix?
Yeah, I'm working tomorrow. AJ's coming in for him. I start at 5.
Oh, is that your only one? Just AJ 5?
No, I start at 11. AJ's my last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But no, like if it was raining or anything outside, and I had like 4K steps left to hit and she was finished for the day, she would stick on a coat and say, oh, come on, let's go get them. Like, imagine having to go on your own, hood up, dreading life, but she's there, being positive as I have no energy to keep me going. So I found that really, really well. And if I didn't have that, I don't think I would have done it as well for my prep.
Bro needs a wee step bar. ASAP.
Yeah, Rebecca did the same thing for me, to be fair. There was a few days, because she's so small, man, like, she does like 4 steps in one of my steps. So she's like way ahead of the step count all the time. But she was coming out to finish steps with me.
I don't know how it happens. But me and Charlie will go out a walk, and I somehow have 500 more steps than she does. And I'm like, what kind of long legs have you got right now? Like, what's happening? Like, why? Why am I doing more steps than you?
Your limbs are so short, though.
I got little legs. I do.
Have legs not large.
Yeah, we T-Rex arms, to be fair.
I'm a short-limbed boy, but I've been able to pack some mass on them because of it. So it's worth it.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. What was I going to say? I was going to say something like that. It's gone. Shit.
My other question was, for each of you, what is your whys? As in, like, why do you bodybuilder? Kind of what got you into it, I suppose.
Genuinely, it's just fun. Like the idea of just being like a large individual. It's just cool. Like I just genuinely think it's cool. Like it's so sick. Like when you're like walking about and like a stranger will literally just be like, "Mate, you're massive." It's like that's like it's just cool. Do you know what I mean?
Agree. I agree, man. It's like, it's a funny one too, because body dysmorphia comes in massively because you're like, I'm walking around, I feel small.
Yeah. You're like you're in the gym, you're around other people who are like also big.
Yeah.
And then but like if you're actually just looking at the masses, like you just look so much better than like almost everyone. Like us 4 are probably like in the like top like 0.1% of people just because just in the sheer fact that we like take it kind of like seriously.
Hey, you're sub 200, so
Oh, sorry.
you're not in our percentile.
So
My bad.
so I can't say
My
that.
bad. Dylan has a pound to go. So
I can't say nothing. Yeah, no, I do agree with that. To be fair, it's just sometimes you get in your own head, don't you? Because I remember walking down the street. I was in prep, and some boy just walked past me. He's like, "Man, your legs are fucking phenomenal." I just walked on. Never seen the guy ever again.
yeah,
Just like
unreal.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's still thinking about that to this day.
I know, man. That's like the highlight of my life so far. Like,
It's great.
yeah, it's
All
just
the
random shit.
all the sparks in work call me Turbo from like Turbo Man from the like Jingle All the Way Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas movie, and they're like Big Turbo Man. It's just a laugh, but it's like there is like part of you that's like, oh, let's take it. They say that because like they see I have gains, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh, because there are days you do just look at yourself and you just go, I feel so small. Like I hate how I look at the minute. And then there's like other days where it's just like, oh, I have a god complex. What's what's happening here? And it just shifts between the two.
yeah. When I worked in the office, man, they always used to call me Popeye.
Yeah,
Just eating so much fucking chicken, like.
that's it. I got called Popeye the other day. This boy's walking past me. He goes, I was sitting in the sun because we were at work and we just had like the sleeves rolled up because my forearms are so tan because my sleeves come to like down to my forearm, like my work uniform. And I was like just sitting in the sun, rolled them up so my like, arms would get a wee bit of tan as well. And then boy walks past and he's like, "Oh, is that Popeye?" And then he just goes, "Are you on the steroids, son?" And I was like, "Aye." He's like, at least I'm honest.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah. But there's nothing worse than like if you were someone who was on gear and then someone was like, "Are you?"
Yeah.
I couldn't. Yeah, it's like,
Just claim that at that point. You wouldn't double down saying probably am a gear.
yeah, but like some dudes, I feel like there's a lot of dudes who do start it. Like it's always like the most like smacked out boys you know as well, and they like brag about being on it, and I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
I'd be a wee bit more calm. That's that tactic.
What's your why, Phoenix?
I'm gonna run to the toilet, boys. 2 seconds.
It's,
No worries.
mine isn't as mine isn't nowhere near as fun as Callan and Dylan's, but because of like growing up with, I hate like it's like this is the only thing I could bring up. It's like my life, but like having the one kidney, all the lads playing football or some sort of contact sport, and I wasn't allowed to. So
Yeah.
fortunately, my aunt and uncle are big into the gym, and then took me for like hit sessions and just stupid fitness things. And I really enjoyed.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, but they were just keeping me fit. I was like 9, 10, 11
Yeah.
years old. And then it was a case of like, I started really enjoying the compound lifts once I started hitting like really early teenage years, like 13, 14. So it was like teaching me how to RDL. I was like, I want that to be heavier. Like, I want to actually get stronger into this. And then it was just a case of like really enjoying moving weights rather than going for fitness. And then it was a case of like, well, if you can lift weights and also look good, that's just bodybuilding. So then I was like, I just love bodybuilding. And then I was like, shit, that's what I'm going to do now.
Yeah. Yours is a lot deeper. There's a lot more like.
Yeah, didn't have a choice.
Yeah. What about you, AJ? What's yours?
Probably just like being so into training, but then having like low self confidence just from being so fucking fat, and then just kind of going let's actually do the complete opposite of that and be like, right, I'm gonna get shredded and step on the stage, which is like zero hiding. It's like the complete opposite of like hiding away and
Yeah.
having low self confidence. It's like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
scenario of like you have to go for it, and that was kind of my why, I suppose.
Yeah, because I've known you for quite a while now. Like AJ definitely went from being like more of an extroverted person to it's crazy to see the change in your personality.
I think I reckon there's so many people that are like that are just like they're like, oh, you're either an introvert or an extrovert, but I don't think that's at all. Like most people like being by themselves sometimes. Most people would,
There's some people who can't be alone though.
yeah.
Like there
I
are
think,
people who are like that.
yeah, but I think there are people who can't be alone because they've like unaddressed fucking issues of like they can't sit by themselves. If you know what I mean. So they
Yeah.
need like another body there to like keep them ticking sort of thing. But no, I just think like there's probably so many people out there that are kind of overweight, don't like how they look, and they just fucking accept it when they just don't like. If you're really low or like have really low confidence, you can never picture yourself with really high confidence and like imagine that's you because it's so distorted from your reality. Whereas I think once you actually do like a really hard challenge or you do lose the weight, you know, we've seen it before, like people they can actually essentially be themselves, if you know what I mean? Because
It
they
was
have the
yeah.
confidence.
For me, like losing the weight was like it was genuinely game changing,
Yeah, because
to be honest. Yeah.
as sick as it sounds, people do speak to you differently.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Like and
100%.
then just having that own like thing in the back of your mind as well of like not being insecure about like how you look so you can like talk to people.
You me were coached into bulking to 100 kg because of Martin.
Yeah, I've been
Martin was like,
I've done that multiple times.
oh, you're like, he's like, you're such a bitch if you're not like 100 kg. And then it's like, fuck. So we like both bulked up and we were just fat as
Yeah,
fuck at 100
17 years old, like
kg.
Rich Brianna's
I
telling me to
remember
eat more meals.
the
I'm like,
first time I tried to speak to you, AJ. It was like just as your prep was kicking off when I joined Arkham,
mhm.
and I was like, "Fuck, does he hate me?" But like I didn't know that like that's the way you were before you started coming out of your shell during the prep. Like it really did change you. I ever so slightly knew you just before you started
Yeah.
opening up and posting more and all of that stuff. So
It's so
not to say
weird
that
because you see,
being there.
when you met me, Phoenix, that was not like that was like
Yeah.
I was probably nearly extroverted at that point compared to like what I used to be. Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely wouldn't like look up.
AJ was quiet.
Yeah,
Like it was hard to get him to like make eye contact with you.
yeah,
Like it was like at that kind of stage.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the shift has been like crazy.
It's class to see though that like to see stuff like that like because I was like the reason I started the gym in the first place was typical old teenage heartbreak. Like got my heart broke when I was a teenager. I was and in my own mind I was like I'm going to show this bitch what she's missing. That's literally why
Awesome.
that's literally why I started the gym. Like and then from there it just sort of snowballed. You know when you see them beginner gains boys when you're like you're just first in the gym and you start seeing changes and I'm like, oh my god, this is actually working.
Yeah. That's what it was for me. Like my friends were just going to the gym, and I was like, I'll go. So we just started going to the gym, and then like one of my friends he just had pretty good like genetics, so like he just kind of looked better than everyone else, and I could kind of see like all the attention he would get because of it, and I was like, oh damn, like I want that,
Yeah.
and then I just kind of kept doing it, and then everyone else who was doing it kind of fell off and stopped doing it, and then I just didn't. I
I think
just
there's
kept
that
going.
feeling of just actually, like you're saying, Dylan, when you see that kind of noob gains of like, holy shit, if I put effort into something, I actually get rewarded for that thing, and like other
Yeah,
people can like see that I'm putting effort into something and being rewarded for it. Whereas like obviously, you know, when we started, like most of us were in school, and it's like you don't get that same feedback from like school or obviously if you're revised you do better in your exams or whatever, but it's not the same as like because you nearly go in off your own back to the gym sort of thing, and you're like you don't really know what to do, but you're still seeing the kind of results, and you're like, oh shit, if I
Yeah.
read into this a bit more, like I could kind of make more results.
yeah. Kind of teaches you like just like showing up and like doing it, like it adds up and it makes a difference. Or even just the like you do have to like fail in the gym like 100 times over, like
Yeah,
and until like you start to pick it up and you just keep going and then like you start seeing the results like you say, and it's just like it's so addictive.
Yeah.
It actually is like an addictive thing
yeah,
to see results.
Do you know
But
the funny thing is too? It's like do you know? Obviously, some of you boys might have played super like team sports back in the day. Do you know in like a team sport, like say if the team doesn't do well, it's like on the team. Whereas
yeah,
like
yeah,
when you're training, it's all on you, and it's probably like maybe it's a control thing, but I like the feeling of like this is down to me now. It's not down to anyone else. It's down to me.
Yeah, I really like that because I remember just playing rugby. Like, you'd play the game of your life, and your team would still lose because like there's someone really shite in your team, and the players just run through that person. And it's like you say with the gym, it's like you can only blame yourself. Like it's all in your control. Like if
Yeah.
it's let down, that's because you let yourself down, not because someone else that kind of out of your control let you down.
Yeah.
I'd be the guy. I was the guy who like I didn't want to be the guy letting the team down. Like I feel like I was that guy.
No, but you wanted like a full team of them guys, if you know what I mean. But you'd have someone who was just like shit and didn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no, I was just. I mean, I didn't want to let them down, but I just was shit. It was an option. It just was like, just when I was younger, like I didn't like play. I just couldn't get into sports when I was like younger, just because like I don't know. I just like wasn't athletic as a child, and then going in the first year in secondary school, like I'd like hit puberty earlier than everyone else, and then I was like, oh, I'm like, and then from first year to third year, I was like more athletic than like most people, but because I hadn't been playing sports my whole life, I couldn't play football because like
just
everyone else has
zero
been playing it since they came. Bro, people have been playing it since they came out the womb, and I was like, I'm getting cooked here, you know.
I agree,
But
I agree with that, man. I agree. It's definitely a control. It's like you see the start of it, and you're like, right, this is actually working now. Then it's like, as you said, the problem is like you start to get addicted to it, and then to be honest now, like my way is just like I just love the process of it. It's like if I didn't have that process, what else would I fucking do? Like, you
yeah,
know when people just go about their day to day lives,
oh
food,
man,
system thought, don't do any activity. I'm like, how do people live like that? So like,
yeah. All the mates, like all the dudes I work with, they're like, I'm gonna go home and have a few beer.
yeah,
I'm like, is that it? Like, is that all you're gonna do with your night? Like, actually, like that's nuts. That's all you're gonna do with your day every day. You do that every day. Like, what?
like
yeah,
another
Um,
kind of thing I would talk to like a lot of my clients about is like it builds that essentially like stability of a bit of a backbone of like if anything goes on, you're like, well, I've got this bit all under my control, so I can actually deal with the thing that's going wrong because like I've got everything sorted. Whereas I can't imagine if something shit happened to you and like everything's all over the place already, how you would even like mentally go about and dealing with it.
yeah,
I couldn't agree more. Like it's even like Phoenix, you said there that the missus was like prepping like was it 3 kilo with chicken breast and fucking 1 kg mince. Like to the average Joe, they're like 3 kg chicken breast. But for us, that's standard. Like that's just
Five,
SOP.
5 days worth. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like to normal people, it's like because I see it in clients, same as you are. And it's like I see it in clients all the time. I think a lot of the time I'm coaching, it's more about keeping someone in a better mental headspace than anything else. You know, if you can keep someone on the straight and narrow and focused, you can get the best out of them, and they don't even realize it's there. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's,
100%. That's why like fucking so many people have like the perfect plan, but they fucking don't do anything with it. Is because they need that accountability of a person, like helping them with. Obviously, you're not like a therapist, but like just to give them that like, mate, you're doing the right thing, the reassurance, and like that is the value of coaching, if you know what I mean. In my opinion.
yeah,
I always tell people who like not clients because obviously like they've reached out obviously because they want to be better,
Mhm.
but then like if I'm just speaking to your average Joe and they're just like, oh, I don't know how you go to the gym every night. Like I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't be arsed doing that. No, I'm just like, don't. Like if you don't want to, like you're not gonna like make any progress if you don't want to do it. Like you have to want to do it. Otherwise, like you're really gonna struggle to like show up every day and like eat your meals and stuff. And
yeah,
then like even if you are showing up and then you're not eating your meals, like progress is gonna be like slow. You know, it's like there's so many like, but then, like, I don't know. In my head, I'm like, I find it so easy. Like, I don't think it's difficult to do.
yeah.
But then you
I
tell other people what your kind of routine is, and they're like, "That's insane." And I'm
Yeah.
just,
what the
I
difficult thing
don't
is
think
though,
so.
I think is see the further we get into bodybuilding, the
Yeah,
less we can actually like resonate slash relate to people at the start. Like
look at me,
obviously like
like,
you weren't on 5 meals a day regimented your whole life, if you know what I mean.
no, no, no.
That was
Like, I was
like getting
pretty
people
lifetime
into
intermediate
yeah, it's
for
like
a bit.
getting them people in the door initially and then actually trying to like like just some people have the world's shittiest habits ever, and it's like
Yeah.
just getting them. We're like, right, well, eat your breakfast today.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
train. Like some
I
people
find it.
need it so basic. It's like hard for you
Yeah.
to even comprehend.
Yeah. I find it very like. I find it very impressive when you do have someone come on and they stay very adherent to everything, like kind of straight off the bat, even though they don't have like any real background in like gym and training. Like I have a few clients like that, and I'm just like, mate, that's like it's actually like kind of impressive that you've been able to almost just jump in the deep end
Yeah.
straight away, and you've been this good. It's
Yeah.
like very respectable.
100%. I totally agree. Like same as you are. Like some of the most basic things, like getting out for one walk a day. Like I've said that as someone's like daily habit. Like from the offset, like, and then seeing them progress to a point where they're getting 3-4 meals in a day, whereas 3 months ago they were having one meal a day and it was a takeaway. Do you know what I mean? It's like that, seeing that progress in someone like that. I always say to you lads, I don't know if you think about this, but I always people think that the result, the transformation, the physique is like what gets them the confidence. But I always say it's the build up and the process of showing up for yourself on the days that you don't want to is what drives confidence. Like when
Yeah.
you don't want to go to the gym, you could be arsed doing your steps, you could be arsed doing cardio, you don't want to eat the meal. When you do them things when you don't want to and you wake up the following day and you fucking done it, that's when you're like, right, I can fucking do this now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard a few boys. Sorry, I've heard a few boys be like, "Oh, I don't know how to get like motivated to go and stuff," and I'm like, "That's motivation's not your problem, mate. It's discipline. Like that's the problem.
yeah,
Like, you have to like do it when you don't want to do it,
but
and that's
also
like,
like touching on what kind of Dylan said there, it's that thing of like even those basic things. If you say you're gonna do it, just doing it builds this like confidence in their self of like, okay, I said I was gonna do this, I did it, even though I didn't want to, and that worked out. So then they can kind of believe in doing the bigger things because it's like, okay, like that's how I would say, like, see, it's fucking procrastination and putting shit off that destroys the like people's mental of doing stuff more than anything else. It's not that like the thing is really hard. It's just that like they said they were going to do it and then didn't do it, and they're
yeah,
just fucking reaffirming that in their head that they can't do it.
yeah. I think we're in like the laziest like era. Like people have never been this lazy before. It's actually insane. Like if you went back like 30 years ago, like you couldn't be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you have this like screen in front of you 24/7 that like you can just distract yourself like all day. Like there's no moment of boredom where you're like, oh, I'll go do the dishes. Oh, I'll go do, you know, like you can occupy yourself at all times, and it's like it's so dangerous.
It's just get people like I have a walking pad in my front room, and my ma uses the walking pad as a fucking footrest when she's watching the TV. Fucking walking on it like.
This dude Loki hates his mom. He's like touching her all the time.
I love my
Your
mum.
aunt's gonna watch this podcast and send it
Just
directly to
sometimes
you.
like my mum's really good at keeping me in the loop with how normal people think and going right. This is how.
Yeah,
Like I give her Dylan. See, ask me for good breakfasts for like eating healthier.
Uh,
I give her 3 different options to have. Right. I come down the next day. She's eating all 3 options. I was like, you're not fucking Michael Phelps. You're sitting in the fucking house. Why are you eating oats, sourdough, and fucking like a great yogurt bowl? Fucking
Right.
nuts, like. It's-
her glycogen levels were too low.
And you're like, that just reaffirms to me, like, right, you actually, if you get a new client on, you need to fucking explain to them, like, and even
Oh yeah.
that's just,
that's actually brilliant. Man. That's fucking hilarious. No,
The big one I've clocked onto is like when you have a new client and stuff, like if you give them, say you just like, yeah, they're just having a protein shake or they're like having oats and stuff, you have to really alliterate, like that's with water, by the way. Like they will just put milk on that thing. It's like,
yeah, 'cause
bro, no.
I do the same, man, on my calls. I'll do like an onboarding call where I kind of walk them through things because I used to do them videos and stuff, and it was just getting lost in the weeds. Like, so what I found was actually going through it with them on the call and explaining the meal plan is the meal plan, right? Whatever is
Yes.
not on that meal plan is not accounted for, right? It's
Yeah.
like it's almost like I don't know. It's like you have a sat nav. I kind of give the analogy. You have a sat nav in front of you, and it's giving you the directions to where you want to go. But then
Mhm.
you're going, I might just take a right here. I might just take a left here. It's like you don't know where you're going to end up.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
you're
mean?
not getting to the destination anyway.
I know. That's so neat. I think the biggest thing, boys. I don't know if you agree, but you were sort of Well, I think Callum, you said it. You have to want it. That's Finty's catchphrase. He actually got that tattooed on his nipples like the last thing.
Hey,
You have to want
Is
it.
that what that stands for?
Yeah,
See, he
yeah.
posted on his story the other day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't know that's what
Twenty-five.
I thought it was just some like hard West Belfast tattoo of like an
Hard military tattoo on his knuckles. Like
Yeah, that's it. You got that. You got that because he loves that catchphrase. Like, well, like,
the new paramilitary has been dropped.
that's how I thought. I was like, "Fuck, is he after a big Baron here or something?"
the 11th.
My says ride or die.
no, what I was gonna say was the biggest thing I've sort of learned is like you cannot convince something if they don't want to do if they don't want to do the thing. You can you just
No,
what you have to do is you have to help them convince themselves.
yeah. Well, like the way I say it, it's always like, mate, like you've messaged me wanting to do this, so like clearly there's something in you that like want you do want it,
Yeah.
but like it's just people just really struggle to like stick with it a lot of the time, and it's you do notice it, like, and I feel like with coaching you do have you'll have so many people come on, do the first month, and then kind of like fall off, and then you have the ones who like stay with you, and then you can just tell almost straight away because it's like you're asking them to do stuff and they're not doing it like straight off the bat, and it's like, man, I just want you to send me like check-ins. Like it's not that hard. Like you just take some photos for me in the morning, and then weeks go by and they haven't done it once, and you're just like, why did you pay for this service? Like you wanted something. I don't get why you're not interested in doing it.
I always think there's the difference of when someone doesn't do something right, but they have the intention of trying to do it right.
That's fine.
And
That's
that they
different.
do kind of want it. Whereas I have people who they actually been making like really good progress and sticking the plan well, and then things get difficult, and that's just when they. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just like I have had people leave, and I'm like just mentally there's just no. I don't want to say no convincing them, but it's just like
Yeah.
trying to get through to them, and it's like they'll come around eventually down the line, but just right now they just can't
Yeah.
get in there. Like,
I think there's definitely like a skewed perception of like what it takes because like I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
if you boys have ever experienced it, but like boys coming in, they're like, right, I want to get peeled, and I remember chatting to someone recently about this. He's like, right, I want to get peeled, I want to get shredded. I was like, right, we're probably gonna have to take about 15 kilo off this. Like, he's like, what? I was like, we're probably gonna
yeah. I talk about this to people all the time. Like, people underestimate how much weight they have to lose
yeah,
every single time.
yeah,
Like, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll just lose 10 kilo," and I'm like, "Man, I just lost 10 kilo, and I looked almost exactly the same." Like, you have to push it a wee bit further.
yeah.
You should
It's
ask the
not.
client, what do you think like your ideal weight would be for your look? If they say they're 100 kilos and they say probably 90, whatever they
Yeah.
say, just take off an extra 10 kilos from that.
Take off an extra.
That
Take off
is
an extra
accurate.
20 to 30.
I usually just say to people like, say they're coming in, they're like, "Yeah, mate, I want to be peeled, I want to be shredded." I'm like, "What do you mean by peeled and shredded?" Because
Yeah.
this is what peeled and shredded means. It means there's no fat on your ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Like this.
No, they want to be.
You
They want to
want
be.
to
They want to be
lean
12%
for
body fat.
your holiday. Do you know what I mean? There's a
Yeah,
difference.
they want to be. They want to be 10 to 12% body fat, which
They
is
want
like
to see a bicep.
the perfect place to be.
That's it.
Yeah.
The thing is too, it's like we know what it feels like to be very lean, right? And we walk around like death, right? But people think like when you're peeled, you're full of energy and you're feeling unbelievable and
Yeah.
you're feeling on top of the world, man. And I'm turning around, I'm like, man, I could barely walk up the stairs. Like I'm not fucked. It's
Yeah.
it's not
Your
fun.
legs weigh a ton.
It's not fun. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost people get the same misconception when you're like bulking, I think, as well.
yeah,
Like when I was peak bulk there, I was struggling. I was like I was falling asleep standing up and all. I was absolutely battered. It was like wrecked me. Like carrying that much weight. Me and her went on a walk at Glenarth, bro. My lower back, calves, shins, like I was lit on fire. I was like, bro, this is difficult.
I remember.
But they're like, oh, you.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So it's like, oh, you have so much energy, you eat so much food. And I'm like, bro, I'm like constantly digesting like 1,000 grams of carbs. Like I'm wrecked.
Actually, man, 'cause it's funny that you said sleep and stand up, man. Because when I worked on the construction sites in Australia in Sydney, and obviously it was like 24, 25 degrees, whatever. But I'd have sunglasses on, and I'd be standing there, maybe like holding something while someone else is doing something. Man, I'd be sleeping with the sunglasses on because no one could see my eyes. So I'd be like this holding something, standing up, and I was awake. I was full on sleeping, like it was hilarious. That's how fucked it was. It was just
It's not good, like.
wrecked.
But I think it's because people like they see the cool photos of you being peeled,
Yeah.
or like lean, and they're like, oh, like I want to be like that, but they have no idea what that feels like. They think
That's all it
they think you
is.
just feel like a normal person, but it's like
Yeah.
mate, you feel like
That's
death. Like.
that being lean, that's all it is. It just looks cool. That's it. There is no other upside to being that lean.
Yeah.
Everything else is a con.
Really.
It's just not. It's not realistic to walk around like if people think you can walk around like that all year, every year. It's just like
Nah.
it's just not
Nah.
realistic. Like,
People such an obscure reality of it as well, because like, and I think a big thing of it is actually like celebrities saying things, and it's like just so false and wrong. Where they're like, "Oh yeah, I was 5% body fat during this photo shoot or during this like shoot for this movie," and you look at them and you're like, "Yeah, they're pretty lean," but they're not 5% body fat, and then people think that's what 5% body fat looks like,
Yeah.
or it's like, "Oh yeah, I maintain." There's that guy Frank something. He's like in his 60s. He's in unreal nick, to be fair. But he was on a talk show and he was like, "Oh yeah, I maintain 5% body fat year round." And I'm like, "Man, no, you don't." Like, what are you talking about?
I think as
Like,
well, people just even simpler than that. It's like the likes of like put someone on not even that aggressive of a diet or whatever, and they're like, "Oh mate, I'm hungry, I'm hungry."
yeah,
It's
oh
like,
yeah,
you're not gonna
the
die if you eat a
psychologically
bad meal.
think,
Like
yeah,
you're allowed to be hungry. Like just the people their whole life has just gone off of that. Like, off I'm hungry, I eat.
yeah,
a good question I've used was is like when someone comes in and says, right, I want to get paid, right? Question I'll always ask the question is like, right, what do you think it takes to get paid? And some of the answers you get, man, is ridiculous. Like,
oh yeah,
it's mad. Like, because the person that might be saying this might be eating one meal a day and going to the gym twice a week, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'll go to the gym 3 times a week, go for a few walks, and I'll be all good. I'm like, what? Like it's like
Yeah.
they just don't understand, and
Yeah.
it's just more of like an education thing. You have to kind of walk them through it, and I think most of them, in my experience, anyway, once they realize what it actually takes, they're like, right, that's probably not achievable for me.
Yeah.
yeah. That's not what they actually want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah, you have to like walk them through it. Yeah, like me, you just want to look kind of good. Like we'll get you there. Like get you a wee bit lean. We'll train. If they're untrained as well, it's like you can kind of just go about like keeping them at somewhat of a maintenance and have them train, and they're just going to instantly look better.
Yeah.
Like within a few months if they're like being adherent to it. But no, there's no. Yeah, I've never had someone say to me like, "Oh, I want to get peeled," like straight off the bat. I've said, "Oh, I want to get a bit lean," but I've never had someone be like, "I want to get peeled." That would be like, yeah, you just kind of have to like double take them and just be like,
you
know what?
Are you sure?
"Are you sure?" Yeah, it's like it's like you say, it's like you go to the gym twice a week and you want to be peeled. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
you're not about that life.
I got a question there. I got one question to be fair.
All right.
It was let me see. It was by Toby Heath. I know Phoenix, you know Toby. Let's see, what did he say? Favorite dessert options?
Too difficult. It would either be a sticky toffee pudding.
Shite.
What? Sticky toffee pudding or banoffee pie.
Oh mate, that's awful.
That's terrible. That's like Nah, that's low bar.
What, for dessert?
That's low bar.
Right, let's hear yours and then I'll shit on it. Let's go. Like,
Yeah, give me 5 minutes. I need to think.
I think right, I'm gonna play it safe. I don't think anything. If you're going to just pure consistency, nice dessert, see just a warm chocolate brownie with ice cream. I think that's just you're not. There's nothing going wrong there.
No,
why
yeah,
are you shaking
sorry.
your heads? What is wrong with that? Like,
I don't like chocolate sponge. I barely like any form of sponge cake. Like, it's just too sickening.
you said a brownie.
I know, but brownie is just
Yeah.
blended chocolate just thrown together with a bit of brown sugar. It's not nice either.
Right.
That's cab.
Fucking
So
baker then,
that's
what's your
insane.
fucking thing?
That's cab. Yeah, what's yours, Phoenix? I'm very interested now.
Way isolated.
Chicken and rice.
Way
Yeah.
Chicken and rice for dessert.
Way
You guys are losers. Come on. No, to be fair, I didn't.
You love
I
cookies.
was so tempted to get a dessert on my birthday, and I was like, you know what, I won't. And then we were walking past Mackle's, and I was like, oh, you know what Mackle's is? The little
The wee ice cream place in the wall.
Yeah, and I had seen it just around the corner, walking from St Anne's Square. I was like, actually, I could get one of those, you know. And then seen the queue. It was like halfway down the road towards the
Always
bar.
is.
And I was like, that's not even worth it, you know. But I had a Kinder Bueno cheesecake.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheesecake's good.
Mia made it for me for my birthday.
Oh yes. She was telling Charlie. She was very excited.
Yeah, it was actually
Yeah.
really good. It was one of the ones that held when you cut it, you know, with the cheese cream. It was like
Yeah.
it was proper set.
Yeah.
Very well. Best cheesecake I've had in my life.
Unreal.
That's literally what I was gonna say. It's between cheesecake, so cheesecake would be up there. Or I love cookies, boys. I'm like the cookie monster. Like
M&S cookie.
a cookie pie or just anything cookie I'll fucking eat. Like, so cookies are up there.
They were shaking their heads at us, AJ. I would eat everything that's been said. They're just not big boys like us. They just don't understand.
I actually don't like cheesecake.
You don't like? Yeah. You know what? Like, I understand why you might like. Someone might not like cheesecake, but
There's different cheesecakes though. You can get light ones.
yes,
heavy
there's so
ones,
many.
sweet ones.
I don't eat that many desserts. I'm not going in going.
The
I like one of whatever.
I've family in Florida, and we'd go over, and you go to the Cheesecake Factory, and like, it's dead ass this size. It's massive, and you're just like, whoa! It's like no wonder they're all obese because it's so good.
Actually,
That's unreal. That was the only question I got, to be fair.
Do you get any, Colin?
I didn't post one, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I can just ask you one. I'll just think of one.
There you go.
What is the most anabolic movie?
Man on Fire.
Man on Fire. I haven't seen that. What is that?
Denzel Washington.
All right, okay.
Yeah, he's like a security guard for this rich family, but he has to protect this kid at all costs. And basically, he dies protecting this kid.
All right, okay. Yeah, that's an intense one. I was gonna say like Transformers.
I was gonna say Transformers.
Transformers is Optimus
You guys-
Prime, just like
You asked the-
mincing all himself.
Like, so I was thinking, right, what's the kind of movie that just makes, as soon as you watch it, you can go another set of balls? That's like, man.
Yeah, you're like I would die for a family of four. Like you
I think
sacrifice
it's like
yourself.
Gladiator or something.
Yeah,
That's anabolic.
that's pretty good.
Hell yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, no, I was thinking more like something like stupid, and then you hit me with like a real answer. And I was like, oh damn,
Oh, shit.
I wasn't expecting
He
that.
answered me properly. Shit.
He did. Give me a real answer.
I know.
Oh, Cam, I know you have, but has anyone else tried the new tea bar in the dock?
No.
Oh, it's okay. Oh wait, do you mean the Arsenal?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that thing is so heavy. It's actually insane.
I've heard it.
It's dual loaded, so I actually only managed, to be fair, it was quite sore on the pec in the stretch, but one plate per side.
Yeah,
So
that's
heavy.
That's heavy.
Mate, I put one plate aside and then a 10 on and was like, nah, that's actually not happening. This is so heavy.
It's weird the way the plates move. Whenever you're rowing up, the plates slide in
Yes.
towards you as well.
Yeah, yes, it like pull. It kind of comes up and then swoops in. It's a very, it's strange.
I
Yeah,
remember-
I didn't. Yeah, you as you say, it's literally nicknamed the humbler.
Yeah.
And it is very humbling.
So I remember what the first person I seen use that was like it was like a year or two ago. It was Jack Richardson, and he's fucking massive, and
Yeah.
he could only get like a 15 a side on it. And I was like, right, this machine must be so fucking heavy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, it was in one of the gyms I trained at in Liverpool. I used it, but I had like everyone knows now it's like the humbler. But I remember using it like every session, just thinking like, am I just like the world's weakest guy ever? Like I remember grinding to get the plate aside, and I was like, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Where do you normally train, Dylan?
I trained in Flex, man, just because it's around the corner for me. It's just like handy. Like I was speaking to Phoenix about this. I'm like half an hour away from the dock, which isn't too bad, but it's half an hour there and then it's half an hour back, and then it's like a 2 hour session. So that's 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then it's like half an hour to eat your pre workout, half an hour to eat your post workout. That's another 4 hours out of my day. I just don't have the time to do that, like, because I'm just so busy. But yeah, Flex for the most part. But I'm thinking about trying out the new Invictus, which is like 5-10 minutes away. Because apparently I've heard that's good. They have some gym Lego pieces.
I was gonna say they have the new hammer strength pendulum.
Seen that?
Yeah, is that where that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I really want to give that a go.
I've heard it's
God.
For a leg day.
Yeah, I have legs tomorrow. I was low-key debating going tomorrow. I'm either going there or the dock tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I was like,
We'll all just go smash legs somewhere at some point.
Hell yeah.
yeah. What day is your leg day?
Thursday, which is a random one, but I could swap it around to be fair.
Oh, okay.
What day is your leg?
Mine's always Wednesday and Sunday. So it was my leg day.
Not far off.
AJ has one leg day a week.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Well, to be fair, I had glutes today, but that's I trained today. It was glutes and lats, so it's like my weight points. So it was a weird session.
Yeah.
But what I did.
Wait, your today's session was glutes and lats?
Yeah.
What is your split?
Push pull legs, glutes and lats, and then an arm day. Yeah, upper body's like my weak point, and my glutes, like, so that's like that's always been my focus. To be fair, legs is like a naturally strong suit of mine, so mainly big focus on like glutes and just upper body for me, basically.
Nice.
That's pretty much the same for me. I literally run like a men's physique split pretty much. I like just do some legs at the end of the week so they don't get any smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I was sort of making my own split, and I was sending it over to Wardy, and he was like, "Take that quad exercise out. You don't need it. I have like 3 quad exercises in there. He's like, that's enough. Like, you don't need any more."
And
I'd say
it's weird when you go to do that because in your mind you're like, fuck, like I remember even when they cut it down from 2 to 1, I was thinking, like, my legs gonna get way smaller here. Like, are we like taking too big of a risk? Like,
Yeah.
but they're fucking sweet. Like,
I need bigger legs.
Sure, was someone said like Branch Warren didn't train his legs for like a year or 2 years, just didn't train them at all, just focusing on upper body to grow his upper body.
that's what I need to do.
Because like leg once every 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad, like.
Yeah, the Tom Platts like every 2 weeks or something hit a leg day.
Yeah. And just murder yourself whilst you're doing it.
You just have to have like crazy genetics to be able to do something like that. There, like you can't get away with that if you have bad leg genetics.
It's always one of them ones where it's like you might have good genetics for a certain body part, and you're like, oh fuck, I wish I had some good genetics for my arms instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always wish it. You always think the grass is greener, like.
I
No,
just
that's-
have good genetics full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just overall, I wish
I
everything.
train
was
everything
just-
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I think I'm pretty. I don't know. I don't think I have like any like crazy outstanding body parts that are like too bad. I don't know. AJ, what do you think? You're very objective against everything. But
Yeah, mate, your whole physique's just shit.
It's all equally as bad.
Nah, like genuinely the only like if I was to make you a split for your next off season, I would just put more of a priority on your back.
Yeah.
But like it's not like
Okay.
your back is like really weak. It's just that you're so strong across the top line. Legs have come up a good bit. Just like if like think about it, if you had like a really good back,
Hmm.
just think how like much better your whole physique would look if
Yeah.
everything else stayed the same.
Especially for classic.
Yeah.
Because I think back is one of them things of like for most other muscle groups, it's like if you look good in the gym by yourself and then you stand beside someone, you'll probably look all right. But I feel like that's why they say, oh, shows your one from the back. I feel like you can look like your back's pretty dense until you stand beside somebody with a denser back, and then it looks like you've never seen pull in your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
I've been brought my chicken and rice.
That's my next meal. I think what time is it? Wow. It's nearly 10 to 9. So it was meant to be
Yeah.
8:30.
Yeah. I say we wrap it up, boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, we'll give everyone shout yourself out, Dylan.
What do you want me to say?
Just for that. Where can they
Instagram?
find you? What do you offer? Plug yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I'll big myself up. I'll pretend I'm American here. So yeah, Dylan Laird Fit on Instagram. There Dylan Coaching is my full time business. So yeah, I offer obviously one-to-one coaching. I do some hybrid coaching as well, but I keep the in-floor person stuff like fairly small, limited numbers to be fair. But mainly online. And to be honest, man, the reason I started coaching, I always say this at the start, but it was just to help people realize what's actually achievable and what they can actually do within themselves, just to bring the best out of themselves. Because a lot of people don't even realize what they can do. So my goal is just to help as many people become a better version of themselves. So yeah, if you're interested in becoming a better version of yourself, drop me a DM.
Perfect. So Dylan Laird Fit. Obviously, we'll tag him in the post when we upload this. Coach_Callum.
Coach_Colin. That's me. Just
Ian.
go and watch me D1 hate in my reels
Yeah.
every day over golfers and
Zero
other
up.
people.
Yeah.
D1 hater.
Yeah, Phoenix James. PJ10 for any peptides, get a discount. And then if you need a sports massage, book in.
Yeah. Aaron_McGuigan. Link in bio for coaching. And link in bio for massaging as well. So thank you very much for listening. First guest on, and what a guest it was. I feel like that was a really good episode. All
Yeah.
flowed off each other well. So thank you for coming on, Dylan.
I loved it, man. Appreciate it.
Leave us a like, follow, share, subscribe, all that bullshit. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next.